chant and I get booze? One of the greatest blessings in life is the opportunity to be an older sibling. Well, it is one of my great privileges, maybe not so much for my younger siblings and my parents. But with anything in life, with benefit comes cost. One opportunity that I will never have is the chance to have an older brother to lead me, guide me, set the example, and admittedly to tease me from time to time. Though I do have my fiancée Michelle who picks on me quite often, so maybe I should be careful for what I wish for. While I do not have an older brother, I do have an older cousin. Undoubtedly, Brian has led me, guided me, and set the example for the past 28 years. Most of my earliest and fondest childhood memories include Brian. I remember pleading with my parents to take me to the Gleason Wauwatosa home to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with him. He would set up obstacles and fake monsters in the basement for us to defeat. From those earliest childhood memories, when we tied dirty socks to our foreheads and jump kick pillows, we have always been a team. Our crime fighting then matured from Ninja Turtles to Batman and Spider-Man. Our costumes matured too. Brian, clever as always, recommended we put tidy whities on our heads to mask our true identities as we saved the world time and time again. Brian was always the leader of our Justice League. I was the Robin to his Batman and lead Nara to his Donatello. Though I did contribute a little bit, I recommended we wear clean tidy whities rather than Playtime soon became a fleeting memory when I entered grade school at St. John Vianney. Intrusively, school cut into our time saving the world. However, it did allow us an opportunity to spend more time together and recruit others to our team. As our team's leader, Brian was always the one recruiting others and making friends. I've always admired this quality about him. He not only makes friends with coolies, but always considers bringing along others also. He never judged, never showed any bias or prejudice, or displayed any type of shame with anyone he was with. These noble characteristics, patience, tolerance, compassion, a sense of empathy, manifested themselves a long time ago and are still with him today. Brian grew his friendships immensely and subsequently brought me along every step of the way. His good nature and congeniality were especially on display when he greeted me as I entered uncharted and frightening territory, high school. A boy comes of age in high school. I don't necessarily think there's an exact moment or time that defines this transition, but there was for me. I remember the excitement I felt when my parents told me they were off to Ireland for a week during my freshman year summer. I feigned my great disappointment at this lost time with my folks, and quickly I recommended we have a little get-together at my parents' home to celebrate our newfound life.
And who approved that?
You said small.
Well, word soon got out. I told my friends and Brian told his. And before we knew it, we hosted a party that went down in high school history. In the presence of my newly formed freshman friends, I hosted a party with sophomore girls dancing to Ja Rule on my I think the song at the time was the Thong Song. We survived the night to get caught a few days later. Now, this episode stands out as transformational, not for the reasons you may think. It is true that Brian solidified my standing among 14-year-old boys because he allowed me to act as if the sophomore girls were my friends, but truth be told, they were not. Rather, this episode stands out as transformational for what Brian did afterwards. He took the blame. He emphatically insisted I was an innocent bystander. He took responsibility knowing full well I shared equal guilt. He protected an ignorant, inexperienced boy because he felt an abiding love to always safeguard those around him. In short, he taught me how to act like a true man and take responsibility for one's actions. I still see this protective love in him today. In case you were wondering, Brian did take responsibility, but my mom grounded me for 3 years. Brian took off for college and left me a high school senior. Since that time, I have always felt a void because my ability to access my cousin and my best friend was lost. Still, I knew I, or we, cannot keep him. He has too much to offer to the world. Indeed, he has moved across the globe to positively influence the Korean Peninsula, attend one of Korea's most prestigious universities, and the reason we are gathered here today, and most importantly, fall in love with a beautiful and amazing woman. Fianso, I, like everyone else here, first saw you on the international stage. TED, Technology, Entertainment, and Design. I must say you were not that hard to find either. A simple Google search of your name revealed many world-class media outlets I could have referenced. I had to sift through the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the New York Times, the Chicago Tribune, the Los Angeles Times, CNN, Fox News, and the Huffington Post to decide which world-class media outlet I would ultimately reference. I chose TED. Fianso, we are so proud of you. You offer so much faith and hope to the world. You also offer us hope you can keep Brian in line. Escape North Korea, but you haven't kept Brian in line. Your rejection of totalitarianism and denunciation of repression inspire us all. You articulate so well the freedoms and liberties our great country represents and enjoys. We are so pleased to have you here with us today. We look forward to many more times together.
Thank you so much.
That I officially and reluctantly resign my position in Brian's Justice League. It is time the two of you save the world, and I know you will. Just make sure Brian wears clean underwear along the way. Fianso, Sang-min, and Fianso's mother, I speak on behalf of the entire family when I say, welcome to the family. We are so happy to have you as part of our family. Kajogi Teishinkaso Hawanhamita. Han Kajogi Teosa Jibunita. Kohango Chokahamita. That's you as well. Now let's read out our glasses. This wonderful couple will undoubtedly live a happy and wonderful marriage. Cheers.
Very impressive. John was very impressive. John was practicing that yesterday. He had some Korean
He did an awesome